Imagine you are in the middle of a presentation and someone asks a question you were not expecting, or perhaps a colleague challenges your viewpoint in a workplace discussion. These situations can feel uncomfortable, but they offer opportunities to demonstrate confidence, composure, and clear thinking. In this lecture, we will focus on how to handle unexpected questions and difficult conversations effectively. You will learn how to respond under pressure, structure answers clearly, and manage challenging discussions with confidence. These skills are valuable in professional settings, debates, and everyday interactions. Objectives of this lecture. In this lecture, you will learn how to stay calm and think clearly when faced with unexpected questions, how to structure responses effectively using response frameworks, how to manage difficult conversations with confidence and professionalism, staying calm and thinking clearly under pressure. When asked an unexpected question, it is natural to feel caught off guard. The challenge is not just knowing what to say, but maintaining control over your response. Techniques to stay composed. Pause before responding. A brief pause, 2-3 seconds, allows you to gather your thoughts. Use a neutral phrase such as, "That's an interesting question. Let me think about that for a moment. I appreciate that point. Let me consider how to best explain my view." Control your body language. Maintain eye contact and an open posture. Avoid defensive gestures like crossing your arms or looking away. Stay objective and avoid emotional reactions. Keep a neutral tone even if the question is challenging or confrontational. Respond with curiosity rather than defensiveness. Example, scenario. Imagine you are in a meeting and a supervisor asks, "Why did this project fall behind schedule?" Ineffective response. "It's not my fault. We had too many issues outside my control." Effective response. "We faced some unexpected delays, particularly with vendor deliveries. However, we have adjusted our timeline and are back on track. Would you like me to walk through our updated plan?" A brief pause and a structured response shift the focus from blame to problem solving. Structuring responses effectively. Once you have gathered your thoughts, the next step is structuring your answer logically. Without structure, responses can become rambling or unclear. Useful response frameworks. Prep. Point. Reason. Example. Point. Point. Clearly state your answer. Reason. Explain why your point is valid. Example. Provide an example to support your answer. Point. Reiterate your main message. Example. Question. Why do you think teamwork is important in the workplace? Response. Using prep. Point. Teamwork is an important factor in workplace success. Reason. It strengthens collaboration and efficiency. Example. For instance, when our team worked together on a tight deadline last quarter, we divided responsibilities and completed the project ahead of schedule. Point. Because teamwork strengthens communication and productivity, it is a key factor in professional success. Star. Situation, task, action, result. Useful for job interviews or when explaining past experiences. Bridge method, acknowledge and redirect. Helps when you do not know the answer immediately. Acknowledge the question. Bridge to a related point you can discuss. Example. That's a great question. While I don't have exact numbers on that, I can share a related case where we implemented a similar strategy and saw positive results. Using these methods keeps responses structured, clear, and professional. Managing difficult conversations professionally. Difficult conversations arise in conflicts, debates, or emotionally charged discussions. The key to handling them well is to stay calm, listen actively, and focus on solutions. Strategies for handling difficult conversations. Listen before responding. Show engagement by nodding and maintaining eye contact. Avoid interrupting or reacting too quickly. Reframe negative questions. Instead of reacting defensively, turn negative questions into productive discussions. Example. Question. Don't you think this project was a failure? Better response. We encountered challenges, but we learned valuable lessons that will improve future projects. Use empathy and neutral language. Instead of, "You're wrong about this," say, "I see your perspective, and here's another way to look at it." Example scenario. Situation. A colleague disagrees with your approach in a meeting and says, "I don't think your strategy will work. It's too risky." Unproductive response. "That's not true. You're overreacting." Productive response. "I understand your concern about risk. What specific part do you think needs adjustment? Let's explore how we can address that." This response keeps the conversation constructive rather than confrontational.